Have you ever wondered if the pressure to stay constantly connected might be keeping you from your most authentic self as an older adult? What if contentment isn't about meeting external social expectations, but finding your own unique rhythm of connection and solitude? Welcome. Today, we explore how understanding and honoring your evolving social needs leads to deeper fulfillment and genuine peace. Think back to your 40s, perhaps a whirlwind of social gatherings, office parties, neighborhood events, driven by necessity, career, family roles, and expectation. Now, decades later, something profound has likely changed within you. The need for constant validation often fades as wisdom grows. You no longer need to prove yourself to anyone. And with wisdom comes permission, the earned right to listen more closely to your own needs. Alice, 68, discovered this 3 years after retiring. Once a self-described social butterfly, she found herself declining invitations that used to excite her. At first I worried, she recalls. Was I becoming antisocial? Was something wrong? Through reflection, Alice realized her social nature hadn't vanished. It had evolved. Loud parties now drained her, while deep, unhurried conversations with close friends felt revitalizing. I had to give myself permission to change, Alice says. To acknowledge that what nourished me at 40 might not at 68. I've discovered that peace becomes more valuable than socializing. This evolution isn't about abandoning connection, it's about refining it. It's finding that personal balance where connections enrich your spirit rather than deplete your energy. Consider how a garden evolves through the seasons. Spring might bring dozens of blooms, a riot of color. But as summer deepens into fall, the garden becomes more selective, channeling energy into fewer spectacular blooms. Neither season is superior. They serve different purposes. Your expansive younger network served its purpose. Your more curated connections now can offer depth and authenticity. These stories highlight how natural these shifts can be. If this conversation resonates, clicking like helps others find it. Subscribing ensures you see future discussions relevant to older adults. Now, let's consider Frank's experience. Frank, a 73-year-old former teacher, felt exhausted trying to recreate his old, busy social life after moving. I joined every club, volunteered for every committee, he explains. I was running on fumes and, strangely, lonelier than ever. Everything changed when his doctor suggested he might be an introvert who'd functioned as an extrovert due to his profession. I'd never considered that, Frank says. I started paying attention to when I felt energized and when I felt taxed. He realized he enjoyed people tremendously, just in smaller doses and quieter settings. His calendar is still full, but differently. He meets one friend for chess weekly, joins a writing group twice monthly, and tutors one ESL student. I'm more present in each interaction, he reflects, more authentically myself. This journey toward authenticity often involves recognizing which relationships truly serve your current self. Sophia, 71, noticed certain friendships had become one-sided. I was always the one reaching out, she recalls. When arthritis limited her mobility, it became clear which friends truly valued their connection versus those accustomed to her effort. Sophia realized an important truth. Fewer friendships can mean fewer disappointments. Once I focused on the 2 or 3 relationships where the care flowed both ways, I felt a burden lift. She consciously chose to invest her limited energy where reciprocity existed. This wasn't about cutting people off, but acknowledging the natural evolution of relationships. Some friendships are meant for certain seasons. This wisdom, recognizing the seasonal nature of relationships, can be profoundly liberating, even if sometimes tinged with nostalgia. It frees you from the obligation to maintain connections that no longer resonate. Consider George and Ling, a couple in their 70s, who found their longtime dinner club draining. "We suddenly realized we were coming home feeling depleted," Ling explains. "The conversations felt superficial. Rather than forcing themselves out of habit, they gradually transitioned to different social arrangements, suiting their evolving interests. A hiking group for George, small discussion gatherings for Ling." "We didn't announce some grand departure," George notes. "We just started saying yes to what truly called to us." This brings us to a crucial point. Your time becomes more precious with age. Each day represents a larger percentage of your remaining journey. This awareness isn't morbid, it's clarifying. Understanding time as your most valuable asset helps you be more discerning about how you spend it. You distinguish more clearly between social obligations accepted out of habit versus connections that genuinely enhance your life. Diane, 76, developed a simple practice. Before accepting any invitation, she pauses. "Will I have more energy or less after this?" This single question transformed her social calendar. "Sometimes the answer surprises me," she admits. An event she might have declined feels right, while one she felt obligated to attend reveals itself as an unnecessary drain. This discernment is a gift of aging, the wisdom to know and honor yourself. True companionship also comes from within. Discovering this means solitude isn't an absence to fear, but a presence to embrace, a space for reflection and peace. Finding your ideal balance might even enhance your relationships. When you cultivate a fulfilling inner life and comfort in your own company, the connections you choose become more authentic, more present. You bring your whole self, not spread thin across superficial ties. James, 82, learned this after a health scare prompted reassessment. "I'd been running myself ragged," he recalls. Focusing his energy afterward on just a handful of relationships allowed them to deepen remarkably. "I became a better friend to fewer people," he concluded, rather than a distracted friend to many. The truth is, the ideal social balance varies widely. Some thrive on daily interactions. Others find their sweet spot in deeper ties with 2 or 3 close companions. Still others discover joy in regular solitude punctuated by meaningful engagement. Letting go opens the door to a more fulfilling life. The courage to release connections that no longer serve you and to honor your authentic social needs regardless of external expectations represents profound self-respect. It acknowledges you've earned the right to design a life fitting who you are now. Letting go of obligation makes space for genuine connection, meaningful pursuits, and authentic peace. As we conclude, I invite you to reflect on what truly energizes you socially and what tends to deplete you. Notice if there are patterns, perhaps related to the time of day, the setting, group size, or the nature of the conversation. Your answers are uniquely yours, and they matter. By honoring them, you create space for authentic connection, meaningful contribution, and yes, if it serves you, the rich and nurturing solitude. This journey looks different for everyone, making it deeply personal. Yet, many share similar themes in finding their balance. If you feel comfortable sharing any general thoughts or insights about navigating connection and solitude as an older adult, please do so in the comments below. Hearing different perspectives can be encouraging for our community. Remember, the art of connection now isn't about maintaining the status quo or following prescriptive rules. It's about listening to your wisdom, honoring your evolving needs, and creating a social life that reflects who you truly are. Thank you for watching.